channel. Teresa Love here. Thank you so much for clicking. It means so much. If you could like this video, that would really help out my channel. And if you could subscribe, I would love for you to join the family. Today I wanted to do Have I Read These Popular Books? The Bookternet All-Star Charity Challenge. This was originally created by Rachael Marie, and I will have her booktube channel linked below. She's doing COVID-19 relief for charity, and all you have to do is make one of these videos, answer her questions, and then she will donate if you enter your URL in her link that she has under her video. So anyone who's a booktuber, I would recommend doing this. It ends on May 30th. So yeah, hurry up and get your video out there. She created this awesome checklist, and I will have it right here. And it's about authors and series and books have you read these popular books? And we're gonna go across. The first one is an author, and this is Angie Thomas, and it is have you read any of Angie Thomas's books? I have read one book by Angie Thomas, and that is The Hate U Give. This is a book about Star, who is learning to balance her life in her neighborhood and her life at her expensive preppy school. And it's a super good eye-opening book. The other two books she has is On the Come Up, and that is about a girl who is a rapper, and I actually really want to read that because I actually like to rap secretly. And her other book is called Concrete Rose. I haven't read Concrete Rose, but I want to. It follows Maverick. Next we have a series, which is Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. I have read the whole series minus the last book, the one that just came out, and I loved every single book so much. I have them right here: Shatter Me, the novella, Unite Me, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, Find Me, the novella, Restore Me, and then Restore Me, and then I have Defy Me on audiobook, and I just bought Imagine Me on Kindle that I'm so excited to read that. I'm planning to read that next. Shatter Me follows a girl named Juliet who sort of has these secret superpowers where she can cause physical pain when she touches someone. But it's super good. It's a dystopian novel, and the whole series is amazing. Next is an author. We have Leigh Bardugo, and she wrote Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, Ninth House, and King of Scars. I actually haven't read any of her books. I know, I can't believe it either. I just haven't found them anywhere at any of my used bookstores, and I just haven't really been, looking for them. I do want to read Six of Crows because it's one of my friend's favorite series, so I definitely want to read that. Next we have a series, which is the Folk Air series, and this is Cruel Prince by Holly Black. And then we have Wicked King by Holly Black and Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. These covers are beautiful, just had to say. I have not read them yet. I got them for Christmas and I was planning to read them, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But I for sure, it's literally I want to read it so bad. So it's definitely on my list. Next we have the Bone Witch series, who's by Rin Chapico. I have not read this. I've only heard a little bit about it, but I haven't heard enough people say that they love it or anything, so I haven't really wanted to dive into it. I do know there's necromancy, which bringing people back to life is not really my thing, so I'm not sure about that one. Next we have V.E. Schwab, or Victoria Schwab. I have only read two of her books, two from the Cassidy Blake series called City of Ghosts and City of Bones. So it's book 1 and book 2. This follows a middle grade girl who sees the world through camera lenses, and she actually can see ghosts, and she can travel through different planes. It's really cool, and it's actually kind of spooky for middle grade. But another one of my friends loves her Darker Shade of Magic books, and I really want to jump into that for sure. And I can't think of any other ones right now, but I know she has a lot of other books that I do want to try. Next is a series, and we have the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. This is book 1, Cinder, And I actually put this series off for a while. So I have a ton of them and I was planning to read them and I just kept on putting it off, and I was like, well, who knows when I read this. And I picked Cinder up for some readathon and I read it and I was like 20 pages in and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like, it's so good. The sci-fi element with the AI, artificial intelligence, like, it's just so cool. And I love technology. So having technology in a book just like makes me really excited. So I was like, oh, okay. And then after I read book 1, I was like, okay, I want to read book 2 like now. And like, I was like, I just want to fly through these. So I'm planning to read them all very soon. Next is an author, Adam Silvera. I have never read any of his books. I think Infinity Sun was the one that I saw the most on Bookstagram, but I haven't picked it up. Next, an author, Cassandra Clare. I love Cassandra Clare's writing. I just have to say it. I read Mortal Instruments. Let's see if you can see that from here. City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and City of Heavenly Fire. So I read all of those and I read them all at once. I read them like as an experience because I was like, I really want to like just jump into this world and just be like immersed into it. And I loved it so much. It was so fun. Jace is hilarious. I like fell in love with him. Like, there were just so many aspects that I was just so happy about. And then after I finished that, my friend who loves the series and has told me forever to read that series, which now I'm like, why didn't I read it sooner? She was like, okay, now you need to read the Infernal Devices. She was saying that I need to reread the whole series with the Infernal Devices and Dark Artifices in the right places. So now I kind of want to do that because it seems like that would seem really fun. But the Infernal Devices is Clockwork Prince, Clockwork Princess, and by Cassandra Clare. I can't remember what the other one's called. But I have them. Oh, and Clockwork Angel. But I have them, so I definitely want to read them. Number 10 is a book, which is The Seven Husbands of Hugo. I have not read that. I don't know if I will. Just didn't seem interesting to me. Then we have an author, which is Laini Taylor. Oh, she writes, yeah, Strange the Dreamer and Daughter of Smoke and Bone. So I've thought about reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone, so maybe I'll read that. Next in the series, we have the Illuminae Files. I do not own it, but since I've heard so many amazing things lately, and I love the books that have the like graphics and emails and like all these cool different things in it, like coding, I'm like, okay, I really want to read this now. Although I don't want to read it during this time when our world is kind of like a dystopian novel, so I don't really want to read that right now. Next is a series, and it is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I have not read this. I've heard the books are pretty good, but the last one wasn't too good, so I don't know about that. I haven't really been pulled into that yet. Not sure if I'm into the really like fantasy reads where they're so deep, where they're building a world for so long. I wanted like more story plot-wise. I'm ashamed that I have never read Sarah J Maas. Here's Throne of Glass. She has Throne of Glass. She has the ACOTAR she has the ACOTAR series, which I have on Kindle. And I just haven't picked it up yet, even though I've heard that people love it, like as much as Harry Potter. And I have a feeling I'm gonna love it. I just haven't tried it yet, but I want to. Pretty soon, other than it's a big series, so I have to like be okay with reading like, 10 books or whatever it is. A series, An Ember of the Ashes by Sabar Tahir. I haven't read that yet. I'm possibly thinking of reading it, but I don't own it, and I'm trying to read mostly books I own right now, especially since I can't physically go to a bookstore with this lockdown. Next an author is Seanan McGuire, and this is he writes the Wayworld children's series, and I actually read book 1 for a readathon and I loved it. I thought it was really interesting, and it's about these kids that go to like Alice in Wonderland and like the underworld and like all these different places through these doors, and then they get sent back and they're kind of like waiting for their door. So they go to this like special house where they're like helped like either to move on with their life or to like be prepared to go into their door. It's really cool. It's like next is a series, which is the Poppy War series. I haven't read that. I know Brittany the Bibliophile read it and I think she kind of liked it, but I don't think I'd like it, especially if it's like history or war. I don't know. I haven't learned enough about it. And last, have you read the To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han? These books are amazing. We follow Laura Jean, who writes these letters to all these guys that she has loved, and she puts them in a box, and then somehow the letters get out, and she ends up like falling into relationships with these different guys, and like the guy who gets a letter that when she was 10, she was in love with him. It's a cute, like, it's just like a warm hug read. If you're looking for like a warm hug, like that's the book, that's the series to read. I've only read book 1 and 2. The reason I haven't read book 3 is because I don't want it to be over. I feel like as soon as I finish book 3, I'm gonna be sad because it's gonna be over. So I feel like it's a good reason because I love it so much. Have I read these popular books? I guess not. I've only read 6 out of 18 books or series or authors, but I know a lot of them are on my list and why I want to read them. Make sure you check out Rachael Marie's channel so that you can do the whole charity thing or give to her charity, whatever you can do on there. And this was a really fun video to make, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Okay, bye!